Year is a national program that we run at Boys and Girls Clubs of Grand Rapids. So what happens is we have all 3 of our locations, all teens are given the opportunity to be the representative for their club.
Teens are presented with the idea of running for Youth of the Year right at the beginning of the school year. So in September, we started talking to our teens about the Youth of the Year process and if that was something that interested them.
And then it's an application process. They have to submit essays, they have to get letters of recommendation. It's a pretty lengthy and intense process that each teen has to go through.
Speeches were written, coaching on speeches, making sure that the essays and everything are ready to go. And then the candidates met with the judges where they were judged on 4 different categories with a numerical system. And the candidate with the highest number will be this year's winner.
I think this was the most important thing because I learned how to speak out to people, make a big speech in front of like 300 people, and also learning to be outgoing.
If you see me and know where I came from or where I started from and how I am now, you could more than likely do greater than me.
It may be a bigger picture of getting everything done, but there's the little details that make everything go together and everything.
I really just focus on what's important and things that make me happy so that I don't focus on the negative.
This year's Youth of the Year candidates are very unique. All of them have been coming to the clubs for many, many years, 4 or more years. So they're all members that really have a long history in the clubs. They're all kids that I've known since they were in elementary school. So I've seen them blossom into these amazing young women that they've become.
Listening is one of the most powerful tools that anyone can use. And I was blown away when Anna said that she wants to listen in order to change the world.
Chelsea demonstrates leadership in the club, and I think that makes her a great Youth of the Year candidate. She doesn't just set a great example, but she also carries herself in a way that makes students want to follow her example.
Ayana is a very reserved young lady, not outwardly speaking, but she has an opinion. She'll speak up. She'll stand for what she stands for. And any young person growing up, you want to be able to tell where you draw a line at. Do you know who you are? And with all the interaction with all the other club members, she does that respectfully so.
The way Jana's going now, with all the talents that she has and the maturity and the poise and intelligence and everything she brings to the table along with that confidence, the sky's the limit for Jana. She can do anything.
The candidates work together throughout the entire process, so they become a family unto themselves. So it's always nice to see at the end of the day that they're all going to be happy for whoever wins, and they're all going to support one another because they understand that we're here because we want them to succeed.
Knowing that kids are inspired by the teens and that you could do anything, you could tell them something, and they trust in you. They're just little kids who are growing up, seeing what's going on in this world, and it's always nice to see kids be happy and seeing you every single day that you're a good influence to them.
Like, everyone feels like, oh, I have to be pretty or I have to dress like this or listen to this type of music in order to, be a part of the group. And if I don't, then I'm just going to be on the outside. But you have to realize that everyone's different in a different way, and you just got to embrace your differences.
Wanting to know things that I don't know, not for it being easy, but because it's I want to know it so to gain a new perspective.
Running for Youth of the Year would give me a platform to encourage others to never settle for something that they don't want to do, to not fall into peer pressure, to not major in something in college that you don't want to go into. Really thinking about big life decisions like that. Even though I'm only a freshman in high school, I still think about things like that and what the impact that they will make on my life later.
Youth of the Year is important to our organization on a local level because it gives our kids in our club some notoriety and allows them to be leaders in the club and showcase what they're doing outside of the club.
And be the face of Boys and Girls Clubs of Grand Rapids.
If you want something to change, do it. I want to tell the kids to do that because I am the next generation, but I want the one coming after us to know that if you want to change, just do it.
If people just look at themselves first, or if people just try and be a little nicer, then the next person will try and be nice, and the next person will try and be nice. It's a domino effect.
I guess my hard work is kind of intertwined with the passion and curiosity, because I wouldn't be able to be passionate or curious without working hard and trying to move forward in everything.
Whatever's going on, whatever may be getting you down, to persevere through that and keep going, because a lot of kids, I feel like they have one thing happen to them and they feel like it's the end of the world, and we can all do that sometimes. As my age, adults can do it, and I feel like it's hard to keep going, but it's definitely worth it at the end.
It's greatness, it's the future, it's starting, and it's here.